You're watching News 54.
Not just on COVID, as has been said by others, but on many other issues that are of topical importance to the public and to the people of Kenya. And so when the history of this house is written, Senator Kanyiri will not only be remembered for his strict observance of the standing orders, but also in terms of bringing very important elements here, not for 𝗧𝗏𝗏 alone, but affecting the rest of the country. Number two, it's a shame, Madam Speaker, that more than a year and 2 months since COVID was announced in this country, we are still debating as a country on the elementary issues. We're still talking about social distance. We're still talking about masks. We're still talking about, Madam Speaker, not holding meetings and curtailing freedoms under Article 38 of the Constitution. Other countries of the world have moved from there. And what made other countries to move? It is the commitment, the decision to channel resources to where it mattered most. It was discovered that vaccination was going to make a difference in terms of opening up countries all over the world. We all know that United States of America 2 days ago on 4th celebrated their Independence Day, and their president announcing that it's not just an ordinary celebration of an Independence Day, but celebrating also independence from COVID and the freedom of the people of the United States to interact without the strictures of the masks, without the social distance, because over 70% of its population was vaccinated. In the UK, the Prime Minister yesterday announced, Madam Speaker, that they have now opened the stadium for all football supporters to full capacity. In the next 2 weeks, we'll be watching football from their stadium. Those of us who are following the Euros 2020, Madam Speaker, will know that the other day when Hungary was playing with other teams, their stadium was filled to capacity because they had vaccinated their people. This country should be extremely ashamed. The leadership of this country should be extremely ashamed to be having conversation about don't do a rally here, don't go to church, don't go for this meeting. That is backward, that's useless, Madam Speaker. This nation at the moment should be discussing about 20 million Kenyans have been vaccinated. We should be saying everybody who is above 50 years has been vaccinated. We should be discussing in July 2021 that the country has been opened and no one should fear coming to this nation for tourism because Kenya has vaccinated more than 70% of its population. What are we doing? We're discussing about mundane things about there was a rally here, there should not be a meeting here, we should not do these kind of things. Yet a lot of our resources are being channeled to useless things. Things to do with changing the constitution, Madam Speaker. Things to do with paying lawyers to defend a process of changing the constitution. Things to do with going for retreats to discuss on how to manage succession of the outgoing president. Madam Speaker, the legacy of President Uhuru Kenyatta, particularly at this period of pandemic, should have been to ensure that Kenyans are vaccinated, the country is free, it is open, we will go to the next election. We should be by now, Kenyans by now, should be enjoying the Article 38 freedoms. They should be interacting with their leaders. We should be having campaign rallies that are full to the capacity. Sportsmen and women who are suffering across the country, Madam Speaker, who are not training for football, they don't have funds in the football stadium, the athletes who should be enjoying their sports time, Madam Speaker, are still going through the strictures of social distance, don't sit here, don't use this stadium. Madam Speaker, this is shameful. Despite all this conversation, we all know, and we were discussing with Senator Abdullahi here, the Senator of Wajir, despite all this, the country has been given a lot of money from the World Bank, supposedly or ostensibly, to finance the issues to do with COVID. Where is that money going? Some of the money is being channeled to county governments. I haven't seen anything in my county that shows that there is anything being done to do with COVID. And you know, you go across the country, the people are suffering. If you go to Nyanza, that Senator Kajwang was talking about, and I had a discussion with him about 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, people are dying like flies. Why? Because there are no health facilities. People cannot get oxygen. Madam Speaker, this is an issue that should prick our conscience. We must rechannel the resource of this country to vaccinate Kenya.
Senator 𝗦𝗎𝗍 Haji Mohammed, Senator for Mombasa.
Asante Mheshimiwa Spika kwa kunipa fursa hii kuchangia statement ya Senator Vihiga, Senator